All right, good afternoon, everybody. We're all nice and stretched and warmed up, so I want to see if anyone can remember the solfege pattern that we sang last time when we were warming up. Does anyone remember it? Okay, I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to think about it in your head and see if you can tell me what it is, okay?
Yes.
Does anyone know what solfege those are?
Yeah.
That's right, Miss Turlington. All right, thank you so much. Why don't we try all singing that together and doing our hand signs, okay? If this is do, mi, sol, mi, re, do. See if you do it one more time without me. That was really good. That solfege. So I want you to take a look at, I wrote it up on the board, but it's also in your hands. It's the soprano part for those first 4 measures. And who can look at that first measure and tell me how many beats are in that first measure? Sydney? 1? 1. All right. And so what's the time signature for this piece? 2, 4. So what would that make? A pickup. It's a pickup, that's right. That means that we're starting like part way through the measure, okay?
Okay.
And why don't you look at any of those rhythms and see if we can sing it on counts. Do you think you can count through it?
Maybe.
Do you remember our eandas?
Oh.
Do you want, here, why don't we go through and write them on the board, all right?
Yes, please.
So if this is, where does this start? Since it's not on beat 1, it's on what?
2.
Okay. So then, what would this be? E and?
Or just 2E. I don't know if you write both.
2.
And then 2E.
Okay. And then, what beat is that?
1.
All right.
And E.
Why is it an E? Yep.
What's that one? No.
No.
But it's.
It's an and.
And.
This is actually kind of together. I forgot about that. Ignore me.
It's like 1 E.
Yeah, 1.
And 1 E.
And
And
then
then
that's
imaginary 2.
This would be 2, and those are tied together, so we're not going to say that one, but we're going to think it. And so then what would that be?
E. And
Yeah. All right, and then what's this one?
1.
And
2
E and then
1.
A 1 E.
No, 1 and. I'm sorry.
One
That's my
and
fault.
then in your music, this is tied to another long held out note. Okay. So looking at those, let's see if we can say those counts out loud. I'd have you clap it, but it gets a little fast, and I don't know how fast you can clap. Do you want me to clap with you, or do you want me to clap the 8th note?
Can I clap with us?
Okay. And so
Unless
it's,
somebody else wants something different.
That sounds good.
okay, so it starts on beat 2. So I'm going to say 1, 2, ready, and then we're going to come in, all right? Okay. Let's get our clapping hands ready and our counting heads. All right. 1, 2, ready, 2, E. Why don't we try counting it while we clap it, okay?
Yeah.
So if you want to look up at the board where I have it written in, if that helps. Okay?
So are we counting 1 E and a 2 E in it, or are we counting like 2 E, 1 and
2 E.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm ready now.
All right, and this 2 right here, I wrote it in parentheses so that you can think about how it's tied together, but you're not going to say it, all right? Okay. 1, 2, ready.
2 E, 1 and E and 1 and 2 E and 1 and.
That wasn't
Almost.
terrible.
All right, let's try it one more time together, okay? 1, about it?
Better, yeah.
Okay. Can y'all try it without me?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Do you want me to clap the 8th note?
Yeah. Maybe. No.
No. Okay. Let's see if y'all can do it without me, okay?
Alright.
1, 2, ready.
2 E O 1 and la E and 1 and 2 E and 1 and.
Okay, so I noticed a little trouble in this measure. So why don't we try just looking at this measure and clapping it together, all right? So it's 1 and 2 E and 1 and, okay? So let's try all doing that together. I'll clap with you this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 E and 1. Sorry.
I didn't notice.
Okay, so it's 1 and 2 E and 1 and.
Also, I think I messed up. So it's like 1 and 2 E and.
Maybe, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to try just that measure?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
1 and 2 and.
Yeah, that was really good. All right, let's try it from the beginning again, okay? 1, 2, ready?
That was better.
All right, can we try it one more time? Let's really make sure we line up those rhythms, get them nice and precise, okay? 1, 2, 1. All right, that really cleaned up those rhythms nice and tight. Okay, so I want you to look at the pitches of what's in your music, everyone on the soprano part for right now. And who can raise their hand and tell me what key it's in? Amy.
F major.
F major, all right. So in the key of F major, who knows what solfege we have in this one? Abby, do you know?
For what measure?
Just start at the beginning.
Do, mi, sol, mi, re, do. Oh, it's like our warm-up.
It's exactly like our warm-up.
Yeah.
And then there's something different that comes in the second measure or the third measure where it goes down below.
La.
That's right, Sydney. Okay.
La, do.
So if we were to sing just those pitches without the rhythm, we now have the la do in there also. So before when we had do, mi, sol, mi, re, do. Now we also have do, mi, sol, mi, re, do, do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can y'all try doing that for me with your hand signs? Do, 1, do, do, mi, sol, mi, re, do, la, do. Okay. Do you think you can put that solfege together with the rhythm we just did?
Yeah, maybe. We can try.
You can try. We can do it slow if that helps you. Okay. There's a lot of notes in there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna start here. Do, 1, 2, ready. Do, 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 mi, sol, mi, re, do, do, la, do, do. Great job. That sounded really good. Y'all hit all of those notes nice and together. Okay, so who can tell me something that's different about this piece than maybe the ones we've sung before?
There's a lot of 8s and 16s notes.
They're not. Why are they not beamed?
Sometimes in old music for singing, they don't beam the notes together.
It's a little confusing.
Why?
I feel like we would have gotten it quicker if the rhythm's quicker.
I don't know why they do that. It confuses me too when I sing. That's true, it does. Does anyone notice that maybe sometimes where you sing notes isn't where you would normally expect to sing a note?
Yeah.
syncopation, that's right. Syncopation is where the emphasis is on a weak beat. So like,
That weak beat. That beat weak.
yes, ma'am, that's right. So here where we have it on the and here on the uhs, and all these andas, everything that's not a one or two, it feels a little funky, and that's because it's syncopated. All right, let's try singing that one more time all together, real nice and lovely. And do you want to try doing it with the words? Do you think you can say the words?
Yeah.
Okay. So, 1, 2, ready.
I got a crown up in the kingdom. Ain't that good news?
Great. That was mostly right. Does anyone have any trouble? Anyone? Where'd you have trouble?
I think I read in the Kingdom wrong, but not.
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all want to try that one more time?
Doesn't sound normal English.
It doesn't. Okay. Does anyone know why that might be?
Is it like a spiritual maybe?
It is. This is like a spiritual gospel song.
Oh.
And it's a song that they're singing because what do you think they're going to sing? If they're singing about a crown and a kingdom, are they royalty somewhere? Do you know? Do you think that's why they're singing it?
No. Is it,
This is a spiritual.
Does anyone know what spiritual songs are about?
Yeah, this is a God.
So what do you think it means when they're saying that they've got a crown in the kingdom?
Heaven.
Heaven.
All right, so
Ain't that good news?
maybe they're rejoicing about how they've got their spot in heaven. They've got their crown in the kingdom. And ain't that good news?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is going to be maybe a little more upbeat and happier and more joyful, and like the tempo marking says, make it lively. All right, let's see if you can think about putting all of that joyfulness and that feeling that maybe the people who wrote this song had. See if you can put that in it, singing it again, okay? 1, 2, ready.
I got a crown up in the kingdom. Ain't that good news?
Great job, and we'll look at the rest of that next week.
The kingdom.
My turn.